Hey guys, how's it going? This is HelpfulLockPicker here, and in today's video I'm going to be going over exactly what this is and precisely how it's going to help you start to master lock bumping. So what I'm going to do is provide you some more information on this topic in just a second. Please stay tuned. So what are these exactly? So these are called bump rings in lock sport, but they also go by another name. In lock sport, they are called bump rings because they help you bump locks open rather quickly. What you can do is you can pair it up with a bump key like you see here, and then you're going to be able to rapid fire the lock open very, very quickly. If you want to get your hands on one of these, you can look them up on the internet under bump ring. However, they're going to be a little bit more expensive because sellers have learned that they can sell them for a higher margin because they can mark them up and sell them in a lower quantity and people will buy them. But what I'm going to share with you is what these are actually used for and what they are actually called, but it is a little bit of a hot topic and a little bit of an ethical debate, which I don't wish to get into on my channel. But these are called castration rings or castration bands. They are used on small animals, and if you feel like you can ethically buy them, this is what you're actually getting when you buy a bump ring, which you can see right here. So now that we've been able to clear that up, what I want to go over is how is this going to be used and how can it be helpful to you. So in order to use this, you need to take a bump key, but you cannot use it as is. Because when you have it used as is, what's going to happen is when you add the ring to the key and you insert the key into the lock, you're going to not have enough room in order to have the key fully reach all of the pins. So in order to modify this key, what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to get out a file. And with this file, we're going to file back towards the bow on the top and towards the bottom. You can see the shoulder stops here. And what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to file back until there's enough room so when you insert with the bump ring on, you're going to be able to hit all of the pins. I have precisely done that on this one right here, and you can see how much material I have removed in order to be able to accomplish that. But when I slide this bump ring on, you're going to see that we're going to be able to insert this all the way into the lock, and you can see that when it is slightly tapped in, it's going to hit all of the pins. So what's advantageous about this is we're going to be able to do light tension, and then we're going to be able to rapid fire like this, and then we're going to be able to get the lock open without having to reset on each failed attempt. When you use a traditional bump key like this one here, you're going to need to insert it, pull it back one, strike it with the hammer, and then when it doesn't open, what you're going to need to do is pull it back, do your tension, hit it with the hammer, and repeat. That can be a laborious task, and that can be a task that's just going to take much more time because you're going to need to reset it every single time. So what I'm going to do is let's give you an example of why this is going to be such a powerful tool. So I'm going to insert it into our lock right now, and then I'm going to apply some very light tension, and just always remember it is very light tension. We're just going to rapid fire. And we just got the lock opened, as you can see right here. And this is just such a really powerful tool because you can just do your light tension, just really rapid fire. You don't always get it open right away, but look at how easy that is to really help you get the lock opened up. This is a 6-pin lock that is going to have 6 standard pins, and it's going to be something that's going to open up much easier when you're able to do it with this method. Now, when you go to open it up with the traditional method, I'm going to show you how it can be just a little bit labor intensive for you to be able to do this each and every time. So we're going to try to open it, and we're going to see that with each failed attempt, we're going to have to reset the key, and if you don't get it open on the first few attempts, you can be doing that for quite a while. We did get this open rather quickly, and that was a pretty cool thing. But I just think that if you're able to make a bump key set up with the ring on it, you're going to be able to get locks open that are a little bit harder and the ones that usually take more time because you're just going to be able to rapid fire until you get an open. So I just think that this is a really cool thing, and I'm just really happy to share it with you. Let's see if we can get one more open right now. And we got that opened. And one thing that everyone always likes to see when you do bump open a lock is just going to be what the key looks like. So if you'd like to see that the bitting that we've been bumping open, it's going to be this key right here. It opens up the lock very well. And whether you try to bump the lock open the traditional way, where you're going to need to reset every single time, or you're going to want to take your bump ring and rapid fire it, it's going to be whatever method works best for you and whatever method works best for your lock. So if you want to start to try to master lock bumping, just remember that this is going to be a technique that can be very helpful for you. And I just want to say that lock bumping is a little bit of an underrated skill, but it can be something that can be so rewarding. It can help you get open locks with harder keyways like Yale. Even some schlags can be a little difficult for beginners, and it can just be so fast. But either way, guys, this is all that I have for you today. This has been a quick video on exactly what a bump ring looks like and how it can be very helpful to you when you're trying to get better at bumping locks. I just want to say, if you have any questions or suggestions, as always, please feel free to leave those right in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more like it, please consider subscribing. I just want to say thank you so much for checking this out, and I hope you all have a great day, and I cannot wait to see you in the next video.